December 6th, 7th, and 8th. Exotica 2024 will again be featuring the biggest stars in the adult entertainment industry with fun and informative seminars, stage performances, product vendors, webcam girls, the Exotica Dungeon experience, couples excellent. Hi everybody, it's James Bartholet and welcome to a very special edition of Inside the Industry with James Bartholet. This is a very special show because we have got a young lady here on the show with us. She's been in the industry since 2016. She has won over 12 awards. She's been in over 800 releases. Her most recent award was from Italy. And it wasn't a pizza. It was an actual award. This woman is not only an award-winning performer, she's also a director. She's also a writer. She's also a set coordinator, because I remember back when I had Planetary Studios, she showed up one day and she was the set coordinator for this big, huge shoot. I mean, this woman does everything but park the cars and do accounting. She does it all. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the legendary, one and only the fabulous Miss T, Kenzie Taylor.
Thank you.
Hello, darling.
Thanks for having me.
It's like Bette Midler is the marvelous Miss M, and Kenzie Taylor is the terrific Miss T.
The marvelous Miss T.
The marvelous Miss T.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, that's very good. Thank you for coming on tonight. We apologize. I know the fans have been waiting patiently.
Yes, thank you for your patience.
But we got through. There's just hella traffic out there today. I don't know. I mean, it's a mess out there. And to all of our friends in the New York and New Jersey area, we wish you to be safe and happy. But please, if it starts shaking again, and you might have aftershocks, don't run out of the house.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we've learned, because we have earthquakes here every month that are much higher in the Richter scale. You stay in the house. You put your hands over your head and you get under some safe furniture. Not this, it's glass top, you'll be cut. But something solid. Get in there and cover yourself over. If it's a big quake, cover your head, stick your head between your legs, and kiss your ass goodbye.
I wasn't expecting that. Or I think they say to get in your bathtub is the safest.
No, that's in a tornado.
Oh, okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
What do I know?
I'll get you, Dorothy, and your little rubber duck, too. Yeah, so, and then the tub and Dorothy fall on the witch, and that's for the X-rated version. Yeah. So, but if there is an earthquake, don't go rushing outside. Because stuff could be falling and you'll be like, oh, I'm safe, I'm out of the house. And then, it's like a Final Destination and a giant plate thing of glass comes down and cuts you in half. So don't run out of the house, okay? And then go around the house and make sure, also, if there's an earthquake, you don't want to light a candle. No. Because if there's gas that's leaking, the thing blows up. That's true. Get a flashlight. Be prepared. And no matter where you live in the United States or where you live in the world, you're going to be an earthquake. And our hearts go out to all those people in Taiwan. They got hit with a doozy. It was over 7.4 out there. There are buildings that are like the Leaning Tower of Pizza now.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible. But this is a show about Kenzie Taylor. It's not about earthquakes. So let's talk about Kenzie, because like an earthquake, this woman just makes you shake, rattle, and roll when you watch her. You like that transition?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
very
great.
Nice.
Smooth operator.
Now, when I first met you, it was during Night Moves in Tampa, Florida, and you came out with Seth Gamble, who is now your lovely husband.
Yes.
And we were like, oh my God, this girl, she's going to have a future on her.
And you know what's funny is you actually met me before I got sober.
Wow.
So...
And now we're sober now.
Yeah. To hear anyone ever say, though, like, they could see that I was going to be a star or whatever, just blows my mind because I think of, like, how I was before sobriety. And I'm how did anybody see that? Because I didn't even see that in myself.
Well, I see a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a good quality.
And not only is she a director, a producer, a writer, a performer, but you also have your own line out.
I do, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I own my own company. I launched it last year. It's called Feels by Kenzie Taylor.
Feels?
It's a sexual wellness brand. Right now, my biggest product I'd say is the most popular is the vegan lube. There's no chemicals in it, and all the products I have, none of them are tested on animals, so they're cruelty-free.
Good for you.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome, you know, being a performer and having a lot of different products in me and in my mouth and all of that. I took it upon myself to come up with my own product that I could basically use myself, but also that I know would be safe for others to use, because I feel like a lot of these other products, yes, they might be safe to use, but they're full of really harsh chemicals, which is why there's often a really disgusting taste or smell or whatever.
But getting back to this vegan thing, because I find that very interesting. So does that mean the other lube out there is made with tri-tip or something, or what? Roast beef?
No, it's not made with that.
They went down to the deli and some guy is squeezing some pastrami juice in there.
Fat
I got
lard.
some more lube for you, Happy.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
No, there a lot of the other products, it's not that they're made with tri-tip or made with actual meat per se, but a lot of the products, the chemicals that are used and stuff like that, do have components in it that are not vegan. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I was hands-on with the entire process because I didn't want to stamp my name and image on something if I didn't myself use it or approve of it. And I tried almost 80 different lubes until I came across finally the one that I for sure, you know, stamped on and wanted to use. But it was quite the process, trying a lot of different lubes like that.
Now, I've known you for 6 years now, and you're a wonderful lady. But, I mean, I'm wondering about did you approach them or they approached you? How did this whole process come about?
Well, I had an investor who had DM'd me on Instagram, and as you know, we get weird requests in our DMs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I really don't ever answer DMs unless I know the person. But this guy, the way that he had put it on the DM is he said, "Hi, I know that you probably get a lot of DMs. You know, I wouldn't blame you if you don't respond to me or whatever. But I have been following you for quite some time. Would love to have a business conversation with you. We have a product that we'd like to talk to you about. You're very personable. I think that you'd be very successful at, you know, having something to do with the business outside of just performing wise." So I ended up meeting with him, and originally it was a lube that they already had created. It had a different name, and it was something completely different, and I ended up trying it. I didn't like it. And then I talked to them, and I said, well, what if I just went ahead and did my own thing, but you guys still work with me? And so I kind of like pitched myself.
Now, did you have to fly to another city and test out things?
San Diego.
Okay.
So I just drove. But yeah, it was.
But I mean, you sit
adventure.
down and like, here's a bottle, here's a bottle, here's a bottle, and then.
So it's a lab. It's an actual lab. I had to scrub in like I was going to do surgery. I had booties on. I had a gown.
You got a booty on now, baby.
Yeah. I had like a cap on, like all of that. You had to scrub in, and actually, I'm in a lab, and then watching everything be created, and then obviously. It's a lube, so I can't. The only type of testing I could do there was like orally, like tasting it. But as far as like using it sexually, obviously I would have to take little containers of each one, and they're all numbered, and trying them all out, and then kind of just like marking them off as I go along.
You're driving home and going, Seth, honey, we got to try out Lube's 47 tonight.
Yeah, we tried out a lot of stuff, but yeah. And then finally
that must have been fun.
It was fun. Definitely used a lot of products.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now I have my product, and it's great. And
now, where can we get this? Can we buy this in stores or just online?
So I'm not in stores yet, but you can go to feelsbykenzie.com. It's FEELZ by Kenzie.com.
And remember, there's a Z.
Yes.
Like Liza Minnelli, it's a Z. Yeah.
Exactly. Because it feels good.
Feels good.
Yeah.
And this is something that no matter what your sexual orientation is, everybody needs lube.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if it's just by yourself as well. You know.
Oh, God, yeah.
You don't even need a partner just to use lube, so.
If you're watching Kenzie on this show right now, you might want to get some Feels by Kenzie.
Exactly.
Like, don't you want me, baby? You know, just watch the show.
Oh, my God.
Good. All right, our phone number to call in is 818-231-2580. Now, Kenzie, so many great movies. The one that comes to mind, I think, with everybody when the porn archaeologists will dig up porn 1,000 years from now will be the Captain Marvel movie.
Yes.
But there's more movies that I know that that are your favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us.
I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, I've done so many.
But the ones that stick out that you want.
There was, I mean, as far as like a very complex acting, I did method acting when I acted in the movie Deranged. It's an 8-part series.
Oh, God, yeah. Deranged was great.
Yeah, so my character in it, I felt that in order to portray my character Charlie the best way possible, that method acting technique would be best. So I had like emotional breakdowns at points in order to really portray her emotions, you know, and there were moments where she really just lost her mind.
And you did a wonderful job on that.
I know, I was so sad.
Do we
that
have
I
a
didn't
call? Let's take a call. Do you mind
cool.
if we take
Yeah,
a call?
no, I love that.
We get lots of calls on this show.
I love that. Yeah, that's great.
All right. Caller, who's this? Where are you calling from tonight?
Hey, James, I just wanted to, I think, post,
hold on there. Hold on. We're having a little volume problem. You got to turn down your radio.
No, my sound is totally off.
What's that? Is he?
My sound's totally off.
Okay, we're having a problem with our speaker in the studio, so we're hearing you loud and clear. What was your question again?
No, I just wanted to give you the forecast. What's the forecast on your page for next week? You might want to bring a coat, possibly an umbrella, depending on when you go. Because if they're talking,
I have no idea what's going on.
He's saying something about a forecast for Chicago?
Yeah, for what? Yeah, because Rosemont's right by O'Hare.
Oh, no. Yes, I appreciate that. But the show is about Kenzie Taylor. This is not the Weather Network.
I know it.
We're going to be fine, believe me.
I know. I just want to ask Kenzie a question anyway.
Oh, well, go ahead and ask Kenzie a question, but not about weather.
No, I know. So the question I have is, how much do you think the industry is taking you got in?
Guys, can you translate that? Because I'm not hearing him through the speaker. Okay, one more time there, caller.
How much has the industry taken since you got in?
Is it always this bad, or is it
No,
just this certain
it's
caller?
just this one call. You know what? I can't. Do you want to have him maybe call in again? Because we get. Hello, is he there still? Caller, can you try? We're going to disconnect the call and have you try calling again, because somehow the connection is not. We're only hearing bits and pieces of that. So call right back, okay? All right,
Is
thank
there
you.
another call?
Yeah, there's other calls. Yeah, the other calls
I'm
were
sorry.
backed
I
up.
was like, is it always this bad? Because I'm
No.
like trying to cipher.
No. See what a director you are. Is it always this bad?
Sorry.
All right, once again, it's 818-231-2580. Remember, if you're calling in, turn your radio and your TV down. All right, let's try him again.
Sorry about that, James. Yeah,
Okay,
I just
now we
realized.
can hear you. Now we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
What's
well, no, the question I got, you guys think the industry has changed? How much do you think the industry has changed since you've gotten into it?
Oh, okay, that's a nice question, Kenzie. How much has the industry changed from when you started 8-9 years ago?
Well, yes, I've been in 8 years as of this year. I would say that it's changed a lot because, there's companies like OnlyFans, Loyal Fans, Just for Fans, all these different fan sites and stuff like that.
And don't even get me started on the age verification shit
Yeah.
now in Texas.
Yeah, I know. Part of it too, Kenzie. I want to congratulate you on your sobriety. I had 25 on the other side myself.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, because I have 25 on the other side. That's why I wanted to say it.
Oh, good for you.
Awesome.
25 years sober.
Yeah,
Good for you.
awesome.
This isn't sobriety, James.
Oh, you have
I'm in
you're not
Al-Anon.
sober.
No. I'm the alcoholic.
The call's going in now. Oh, okay. All right. Now, Kenzie, so besides the technical things that have happened, what's some other great things that you've noticed in this industry? Yes, OnlyFans can be a huge damper on sets, because we see girls that aren't showing up at the last minute because they go, why should I go and make $600 when I could stay home and make $15?
Yeah. What are the differences, I guess, is what you're asking?
Yeah, what's gotten better?
What's gotten better, I think, definitely is how safe sets are. Not that they weren't safe before, but now it's even more. It's even more safe, like with all the consent talks that we do, and we go over different boundaries and checklists way before shooting, and making sure that everyone is on the same page.
That's a big one.
That type of filming.
Yeah, that's a
like
big. That's a big thing because when I started 20 years ago, when she started 8 years ago, we didn't have that thing. Yes, you did fill out a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, that's a total shame.
And now they have set mothers that are on the set. Some of the companies.
That's a blessing.
Talent liaisons, yeah.
Talent liaisons. Yes, we got to get the right term there.
Yes.
But they're there to make sure that the girl's okay and not being harassed.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh, no
people aren't
question.
doing any kind of naughty stuff that they shouldn't be doing.
That's the security they need.
Yeah, but it's when the bottom line gets down to it, you guys, this is porn that we're making.
Yeah.
It's not
Right.
like we're shooting for a Hallmark or something.
What I always say to people is, there are some people that come onto a set and they think that everything is just going to be, super fast and snappy and whatever. And I always say, like, I would worry more about having a safe environment than worrying about how quick the day is going to be, because time shouldn't matter. You should
safety is
never
the
go
general
to a
thing.
set and have like
Yeah.
an expectation of when you're going to leave. Like, you know this from being on sets for long periods of time, as I do. I never have an expectation on when I'm going to leave a set. All I hope for is that I'm safe and that everybody's healthy that's there, that I'm going to be performing with, and we're all on the same page about making an incredible product. Because at the end of
Yes.
the day, I never want to put a product out there and stamp my name and my career, on the line on a product that I am not proud of and that I don't.
Yeah, nobody wants to.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Okay. You know what? I'll let you guys go, James. Really appreciate it.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you for calling in tonight.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, another thing that's brought to example is something that just happened over the last 4 days. There is a male performer who almost killed another performer because the guy was shooting something with his girl and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of craziness is this?
Well, at the end of the day, any job really, except if you're working in maybe healthcare or something like that. But when it comes to our jobs, like, you can get in when you're 18 and you don't go through any type of like mental evaluation. So really, you know, someone could come to set, you think they're really great and nice and charming and they did a great scene, and they can go home and they could be abusing their partner, or they could be a serial killer for that matter. But
Well,
really, that's any job.
And we
you know?
we have lost a couple of performers over the last couple of months that had some mental issues.
Exactly, yeah.
That led to their demise. And
Yeah.
it's like, when we worked with them, when we knew them, we didn't see a problem.
Yeah.
But, you know, we don't know what happens when they say cut and the people go home. All right, let's go to our next call. You
Yeah.
want to go to another call?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Hello, caller. Who's this weird calling from? It's I picked up Ohio. Let's try that again. Dave from Ohio? Okay, caller, can you try calling again? For some reason or other, our speaker, we're not hearing their call. So call right back. Okay. All right.
Do you have it plugged in correctly?
I knew you were going to say that.
I just feel bad they're calling and I'm like, what? I can't hear.
Okay, let's try him now. Okay, let's try that now. Hello now.
Hey, James, it's Jason.
Jason, how are you, kiddo?
Hi. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a cell phone right now.
So what are you calling me on?
I'm calling off my tablet.
Oh, off your tablet. Okay, I thought maybe you had one of those kind of Flintstone things with the bird and stuff on a wire. Yeah. Jason,
I'm
aren't
calling off
you in
my
the
tablet on my free app.
Jason, aren't you in the New York, New Jersey area? Are you safe?
No, I don't live in New Jersey, James. I live in Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. So you didn't. Well, then don't worry about that. Anyways, the show isn't about weather. It's not about earthquake. It's about her, Kenzie Taylor. So, Jason, say hello to the lovely Kenzie
movie.
Taylor. What's that?
I love your movie, Kenzie Taylor.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You make the best adult movies. I love them so much.
Thank you.
Well, I
appreciate that.
think you need to get some feels by Kinsey and really appreciate it. It'll be like you're right there.
I do. I know you know me, James, right?
Yes, I do.
I'm the one that sends you the videos on X.
Yes, that's right. Thank you, Jason. What a nice guy you are. Thank you. And thank you to you and all of the fans that have been sending in congratulations on the induction and into the Hall of Fame for XRCO. Thank you, XRCO. But again, this is about Kenzie right here. So let's get back to her. Now,
Kenzie, I have a question for you. Kenzie.
Yes, go ahead.
Kenzie, have you ever Aaron and Joanna Angel?
Have I ever worked with them?
Yeah. Have you ever done movies with Aaron and Joanna?
I've never done anything with Joanna, but I've worked with Aaron several of times. I love working with Aaron, but I've never worked with Joanna.
I love how you're all on
Yeah.
first name basis.
He's my friend.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
Yeah. So he's an awesome guy.
What scene did you do with Small Hands?
I've done recently. I actually did a scene with him for my own site. For
okay.
My OnlyFans. I've done a scene with him for Deep Blush. It's not out yet. I've done a scene with him for Throated. I've done a scene with him for Zero Tolerance.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have ink on you too, don't you, Darl?
Yeah. I have my arm.
Wow.
And I've got my back. Yeah. But yeah.
That's incredible.
Kenzie, I just want to tell you, you have an incredible movie. I love them so much.
Isn't she something else? And not only is she such a wonderful professional lady, she's a damn good actress, and she should be doing mainstream too. But she's a hell of a great performer. I mean, ooh la 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 la. Wow. Right? That's true.
You are so awesome, James.
Oh, I'm
He
just a
is.
man born of original sin. But again, it's about Kenzie, so let's talk about her.
I know. So, have you ever worked with Tommy Pistol?
Yes, I have. I actually just worked with him yesterday,
Oh, good.
but
Let's see
I
what's
work
up.
with him a lot.
He knows
I did a
me
scene
too.
With him and Will Pounder for Jim Powers yesterday. for Adult Time.
Oh, Jim Powers was doing some big thing, I think, with Katie or one of the other gals there recently.
He does
It
a
was
lot. He directs
a
for a lot
big-
of lines.
Big gangbang thing or
So
something?
the movie that I was in, it's called Visiting My Anal In-Laws. And Tommy played my husband, and Will Pounder was my brother-in-law. And my sister never gets fucked in the ass, and Will's been wanting to do anal with her. And I was like, well,
Wow.
how about you come to our bedroom? And yeah, so I just worked with Tommy yesterday.
Tommy Pistol is awesome, Kenzie.
He is, yes.
Very cool.
He always makes everybody laugh.
He really does. He's very great at what he does. He's a nice guy too.
Well, thank you so much for calling in tonight and saying hello to the lovely Kenzie Taylor, and look for her new movies coming out.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I will, definitely, James.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye. Okay,
You have a lot of fans calling in for you.
you got a lot of fans
You.
calling in for you. Before we go to a commercial break, I want to ask your thoughts on this age verification thing now. Because it really is like the sword hanging over this industry right now.
Yeah.
It's only a few states, and I mean, porn is seen literally all over the world.
Yeah.
And you could get, I think they call it a VPN.
Yeah.
So you can still watch it, but now they want to implement this thing where they can go after production companies and performers, and people could actually sue them because they put porn out. Because they
Yeah.
were offended by it.
To me, that's just crazy, and I personally don't understand how they would be able to get away with that, considering, I mean, porn has been since the 60s, 50s, like,
Oh, God,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Porn's been.
Oh, it
since
goes
the
back even farther.
Yeah, like since
Ron Jeremy did the first porn with Cleopatra. It's on a hieroglyphic. It was like, don't touch my asp. Na 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 na.
But
You didn't see that one?
but
Oh,
li-
it's famous.
But
Yeah.
literally, like they would have to go back so far, and that's just it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and the same goes for like them trying to like make it illegal in general. Like, what are you going to do? Like, hunt down and find where all of the active porn sets are being shot at in California?
Well, they tried to do that to us.
It's not gonna
remember?
happen, yeah.
Remember when we had the condom law?
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
You had just started.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
And remember we picketed the guy?
Yeah.
And he wanted to be the porn czar of California. That never happened.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think verifying the age, that is an important thing, because
Yes.
no children should
No.
be getting porn that easily.
No.
Or
No.
watching it for that matter.
No.
But I do believe that there is a certain point where it's almost like the like freedom of speech type situation. Like,
true.
I should have the freedom to watch porn in my home or in my car, or have it, access it wherever I may please. I'm an adult, right?
Yeah.
But there's a certain point too where it's like, I shouldn't be able to get it in places that are in public. Like, people tried jerking off at like Starbucks. I'm like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, that
when
type
they
of
used
stuff
to have
makes sense.
nudie magazines at
Yeah.
7-Eleven, the guy would be in there going all over the parking lot.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. There's like
Yeah.
parts of it I understand, and there's parts of it where I'm like, come on. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people don't think of it this way, but my mind goes to like all aspects of things. I think of like the really big picture. I don't believe in just black and white. I believe in looking at the gray areas.
Do you think this is going to grow, though? Before we go to a commercial, do you think this age verification thing is going to grow even bigger and worse, or do you think it's going to die out? Do you think it's an election year kind of thing, and then next year this will be all forgotten?
I want to say that I hope that it's going to stop, but once once things get put into the light, into the wrong hands of certain people, it kind of snowballs out of control. And due to all of these like documentaries that were supposed to be like pro porn and showing, you know, us people in sex work as actual humans and that our job is okay, it's legal, we don't do anything wrong. And then it ends up turning around being a documentary about sex trafficking and all these things all within. So then they just go ahead and go against us. I think when that type of stuff happens, those type of people get involved, it just snowballs out of control. So unfortunately, if I were to guess, I would say it's just going to get worse.
You think it's going to get worse?
But I hope that it doesn't.
Yes.
I try to look at the light of, you know,
the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't want it to get worse by any means.
Well, are you being sex trafficked?
No.
I'm not being sex trafficked.
Yeah.
Maybe a traffic jam, but not traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's break away to a commercial. We're going to be back with a lot more. We're going to take your phone calls at 818-231-2580. We'll be right back. Are you feeling like the spark has fizzled out in your relationship? Has the excitement between you and your partner taken a back seat? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Many couples experience a dip in desire over time, but guess what? There's a solution that can reignite that flame and bring back the passion you once had. Introducing Shivers, the revolutionary sexual enhancement gummy for both men and women. Yes, you heard it right, for men and women. Shivers is here to help you and your partner rediscover that sizzle in your relationship. Now picture this, you and your partner feeling sexy, confident, and absolutely irresistible. That's the power of Shivers. Our specially formulated gummies are designed to help you feel more aroused, increase sensitivity, enhance your libido, and get you in the mood for some steamy nights ahead.
Oh my goodness.
But that's not all. Shivers isn't just about the physical, it's about reigniting that emotional connection with your partner. Say goodbye to those days of feeling distant or disinterested. With Shivers, you'll both be eager and excited to explore each other's desires once again.
Aww.
Oh my!
Don't let a lackluster libido dull your relationship any longer. Try Shivers today and let the passion take over. Shivers, because every moment together should be electric. Available now at shivers.store. That's shivers.store. If you like your cartoons, comics, animated porn, and games that are hot, raw, and uncensored, well then check out DukesHardcoreHoneys.com. That's DukesHardcoreHoneys.com. You can see the sexiest erotic stories that feature curvy women, MILFs, busty teens, and well-hung studs. There's superhero porn, horror porn, and suspense porn, monster porn, and horny housewives. With hundreds of videos, games, and thousands of comics, you'll be guaranteed to come back and have a great time. Plus, check out the new Twisted Tales animation line, featuring the voice talents of some of the most popular stars in the adult entertainment industry today. And coming this summer, they'll be adding some new hardcore VR animated porn scenes onto the site as well. So check out DukesHardcoreHoneys.com. You won't be disappointed. That's DukesHardcoreHoneys.com.
The Mall.Sexy is the newest porn center, and you can find all that you're looking for there. Shop the stores and check out the theaters. Everybody is on there, even me, the lovely Misty Stone. Just click on the Channel 2 at the top, and all of my social media connections are on there too, baby. And one of the real reasons that I'm talking about the Mall.Sexy is the Mall.Sexy now has the new Vixen Media Group series, Milfy. Plus, Blacked Raw, Tushy, Tushy Raw, Deeper, starring that sexy redhead Maitland Ward and Slate. Go to themall.sexy and join today, and all of the links are there on the homepage. 24 hours a day, the mall has it all. Themall.sexy.
It's time again for the exciting Exotica Expos. And Exotica 2024 is going to be bringing you so much more for you to discover and experience this year. Here are the dates for 2024, so make your plans now to attend. Chicago will be April 12th, 13th, and 14th. Miami will be June 28th, 29th, and 30th. New Jersey will be October 25th, 26th, and 27th, and Washington, D.C., December 6th, 7th, and 8th. Exotica 2024 will again be featuring the biggest stars in the adult entertainment industry with fun and informative seminars, stage performances, product vendors, webcam girls, the Exotica Dungeon Experience, Couples X Lifestyle Experience, and so much more. And remember, ladies get in free on Fridays. For the ultimate Exotica experience, try the 3-day VIP pass and go VIP. Tickets are available at exoticaexpo.com. To see the stars attending, see the seminar schedules, see the list of vendors and booths, and get information on all of the after parties, go to exoticaexpo.com. Exotica Expo, #1 in the U.S. for over 17 years. Remember that site and visit them today. exoticaexpo.com. Hi, welcome back. I'm James Bartholet.
I'm Kenzie Taylor.
And this is a very special edition of Inside the Industry, at home, one-on-one personal with Kenzie Taylor. Now, you could call in and ask her any question you like, as long as it's within reason. As long as it's within reason.
No politics.
No politics.
And
Thank you.
No religion.
No religion. 818-231-2580. This woman has an illustrious career. Can we put that phone number up right now and in the chat room too so they know? Okay, great. Call in right now and you can talk to her. Look at that. Now, I said this during the break. I want to see if we can get a close-up on these eyes. Come here, close. Close in on those eyes. Look right.
My makeup
Is that her camera on camera 1? Okay, look into camera 1 right there.
Hi.
Look at those eyes. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. I'm going to get your eyes tattooed on my arm. Oh my God.
I dare you.
Really?
I dare you.
There's a fan who had Priya Rai tattooed on side of his leg.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I've always wanted a fan to like get a cool tattoo of me, but nobody has.
Okay, let's put that out there. Kenzie,
be so
look in the
cool.
camera and
Yeah.
tell them.
I've always wanted a fan to get a cool tattoo of me. So if anyone has one or wants to get one, that'd be awesome.
And then what do? You give them like a special prize package or something?
Yeah, I'll send you a really cool package. A big box full of a bunch of cool stuff.
Now, when you say package in porn, it means a whole different thing.
Yes, I mean like a gift package, like you would get under a Christmas tree. That type of gift.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever have an action figure made of you?
No, I haven't actually.
Because I'm surprised they didn't do one for Captain Marvel.
I know.
X.
I actually wanted, because you had told me about the Funko Pops.
Yes, I have the Funko Pop.
I collect
it's
Funko
right up
Pops.
over there. See it?
Yeah, so I collect
Tim,
Funko
can you
Pops.
bring that over and we could show everybody at home this?
Yeah, so I collect Funko Pops, and I've been wanting to get like Funko Pops.
Did you get one of mine?
No.
They're only $40.
Such a salesman.
Yes. A Jew. Okay. This is a Funko Pop. Isn't that nice? And they come in all different little
It's cool.
poses. Look, he's got a little microphone.
If you look at it quickly, though, it looks like a gun.
None for you. Okay, so
James Bond. He's got like a suit and a gun.
now we've got some cool stuff that we're giving away for all of our listeners and viewers out there of the show right now. You can get a free sample of Sliquid. This is a wonderful lubrication here. We've got samples of that. And we've also got a free sample of Shivers. For men and women, it's a gummy. Delicious. Right into insidecontest@gmail.com. That's our contest winning line. Congratulations to all of our contest winners. You have been notified. Check your email and you should have your notification. We'll see you at Exotica Chicago this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Now we have another contest. A lucky fan out there is going to win a free ticket to go to the XRCO Awards on May 5th at Bordner's, historical landmark there in Hollywood. Bordner's over there in Hollywood, off Hollywood Boulevard. That's May 5th for the XRCO. It is closed to the public, but one of you lucky people get to go there. Now, I take it you will be at the XRCO.
I will, yes.
Yay, thank you
Yes.
very much.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And maybe if Miss Kenzie feels generous, we might throw in a free sample of Feels by Kenzie. Do you have little things like this?
I don't actually have little foils, but I am wanting to get
you
some.
should do that.
Yeah, I definitely want to get some for sure.
Because that's a great thing when you're signing. They buy like 3 movies from you. Oi, then you want to have some lube.
Well, I actually sell bottles, and they sell
The whole bottles?
Yep, and they buy the bottles.
Well, because they go through a whole bottle watching you. Oh.
Well, the cool thing is,
Yeah.
I have a stroker. It's called Feel Kenzie through Kiru, and
Kiru is a great company.
And my stroker, you can only use water-based lube, and Feels by Kenzie Taylor is water-based lube. I haven't come out with the silicone or the hybrid yet, so the water-based lube's perfect for your Feel Kenzie stroker.
Well, I know my crew's looking there going, oh, you had a water-based lube? Wow. What is the difference? And why would you only use a water-based lube with your stroker product?
Because you cannot use silicone lube on a silicone toy. It will degrade the material. So
Ooh,
basically,
you don't
will
want
ruin
that.
It. Yeah, no. So it basically like does the effect of like melting it. It's almost essentially like you taking a lighter and like melting your product. So that's why
And
on
imagine
silicone
what that's going
toys,
to be
you can
doing
only
in
use
your pee
water-based.
hole.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now, for people that are new to our industry and just tuning in right now on Roku TV or iHeart or wherever or Facebook, wherever you're watching this right now, you're sitting there and going, stroker, what is that? Is there a small little person that sits there and goes like this and strokes you off? I mean, what is that?
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
It is exactly what it is. But tell the folks at home, what is a stroker?
A stroker is a toy that you can use instead of actually touching yourself with your hand. It is molded directly from my lady bits.
You said that from your
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's molded directly from my lady bits, and it's about yay big.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big vagina.
Yeah. Well, it's long because you never know the person's length. Some men are long.
Was it made with dread in mind or something?
I don't know. Maybe.
Have you done dread?
In my butt, yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. He's
Whoa.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Dredd is the biggest in porn.
He's,
and
23 inches or something?
I don't know how many inches, but
He's almost 2 feet of penis.
it's very big. I have a picture on my phone of it by my hand, and it's like it's ridiculous.
His penis is so big.
It has its own zip code.
It has its own zip code. He had a picture of him shooting on the beach, and he left 3 tracks in the sand. That's a large penis.
Yeah. But yeah, I took him anally.
Whoa.
But going back
what a trooper.
going back to the stroker.
Yes.
So the good thing about the stroker is other than the fact that it's molded directly from me, each sleeve has a texture inside of it, and every inch that your cock hits it, it's a different texture. So basically the further along you can go, the more euphoric the feeling is. And then at the top has a nozzle on it where you can tighten it, the suction, or loosen it. Because some people like
very
ridiculously
much like
tight.
a real woman's vagina.
Exactly. So
Because
everybody.
for some of you guys that have never, the last time you saw a vagina was when you were born. But let me tell you, the vagina has a lot of different ridges and stuff inside of it.
So I've heard.
Yes. And you know what? A stroker would also be a great toy for a lesbian gal. Because she could just sit there and go.
I mean, yeah, you could learn to eat vagina using a stroker, but the only problem is you don't have anybody that's actually telling you like, "Hey, that feels good" or whatever. So you could just think you're doing good, but you're not. So.
Have you ever done any seminars about sex?
No, I haven't. I'm open to doing that, but no, I've never done it.
Because I know Seth and Axel have done that thing up there in Santa Barbara.
Yeah. Well, I've spoke at the Santa Barbara. I did.
You did speak at the Santa Barbara one.
Not actually in person. I did it on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Well, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, caller. Who's this? Where you're calling from?
Hi, James. This is Guy from Pennsylvania.
Hello, Guy from Pennsylvania. Great to hear from you.
I have two questions for Kenzie, if possible.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I was gonna read them out, but I think it's so much better that you called in because you could talk to her personally. So, Guy, Kenzie, this is Guy.
Hi, Guy.
Hi there.
Hi.
I apologize for my voice. Suffering from something.
That's okay.
Okay, Kenzie, the first question I have is, what did you enjoy most about writing for the Pure Taboo series?
Oh, I told you about that one.
You're speaking of the Kenzie Taylor story one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I would say, in general, my favorite thing about it was the fact that I myself got to write it, and I got to cast it, and I got to star in it as well, and
to put me in it.
just getting to see my story unfold. That was the first time in my entire career, like at that point in time, where I had got to see something come to fruition in front of me.
That's cool.
That I wrote. So that was pretty cool.
That was great. And it's also fantastic that you got to cast it as well. My next question for you. If you were given the opportunity to use your writing talent and turn a movie such as Twister or This Is Spinal Tap into a porn movie, would you? And if so, what would you put upon it?
So I know you don't know the movie This Is Spinal Tap, but
I know
if
Twister.
you did Twister,
Yeah.
could you do a porn version of Twister?
I feel like you can do a porn version of anything.
Because remember Evan Stone was going to do Pornado?
Yeah.
Like Sharknado?
Yeah. I feel like you could definitely do a porn version of Twister. But you could make it to where instead of it being, like a terrible fucking disaster and people dying and losing their homes, you could somehow make it like a campy comedy,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, you could definitely, in my opinion, there's hardly any film that you cannot turn into like a porn parody.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, do you go to movies now and come out of the movie theater and going, God, we could make a porn out of that?
I have before, yeah. And also too, I think that being on the back end of directing and producing and just being a very visual person and paying attention to all that stuff, when I actually watch mainstream films now, I find myself being like, oh my God, that lighting. Or like, oh God, oh look at that set. Oh, look at those cars. Like stuff like that. And so it kind of takes away from me paying attention to the movie because I'm thinking about the creative end of it, but I love it. So yeah.
That is
Well,
very
thank
cool.
you for taking my call, James. You guys have a great night.
Thanks,
Thank
Guy.
you for calling
You too.
in, Guy. All right.
Thank you.
And, I was thinking back on the Twister thing. Maybe instead of it being a weather thing, maybe it's just a girl that just sucks your cock like a tornado. Or maybe she's a little twister. Don't they call that the girls that the little tiny petite ones that
Spinners. Yeah.
And then she just spins around a cock and goes way up in the air and then comes back down again. That you could do special effects for that.
Be a lot of green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why not? But the problem is we don't have the budgets that we used to have anymore.
Yeah.
And we talked about that during the commercial break.
Yeah, we definitely don't have the budgets that we used to. And then also, too, a lot of the companies now, they tend to give a lot of the bigger projects to the same, directors or producers. And it's not a bad thing by any means, but I feel like they're not really taking a chance of like giving other people opportunities when it comes to directing in those films.
Yes.
Just because a lot of the times, due to the fact that we don't get large budgets and due to the fact that there's only X amount of large feature films shot in a year now, I feel like they don't want to take the chance of maybe hiring somebody that they don't know how they're going to do, or maybe they're new or whatever. They don't want to take the chance of hiring that person and then they completely bomb and then they end up spending more money.
Right.
That's the only thing that I could think of why you'd want to constantly use the same people. Me personally, I believe in like giving the little guy a shot. I mean, if it weren't for
Good
Axel
for you.
Braun giving me a shot, Axel took a shot in the dark. I never acted in anything ever. And Axel, got my submission for Captain Marvel when I submitted my audition tape, and I think it was like he did a press release about it, but I think it was like over 80 something girls or something, and I got it.
Yeah, back in those golden days, we would actually have these big auditions several times a year at Wicked Pictures Studio out in the Valley, and there would be tons of talent lined up outside of the building with their little pieces of paper there, and they're going, "What is this? My talent release form?" No, it's the script.
Yeah.
You got to read. You got to audition for being porn.
Yeah.
Well, I can fuck really. No. We just want to see your acting. So that was wild.
Yeah. A lot of people
you weren't able to
don't
make the
care about
audition.
that. Yeah.
So you pre-recorded some stuff and you sent it in.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that 11th hour Hail Mary that you pulled off.
Yeah. Well, actually, none of the auditions were in person. He did submission tapes for everybody. So everyone
okay.
that auditioned
Yeah.
did tapes or whatever, because I believe at that point in time, he was just moving to the East Coast.
Yes, right.
So when he was just moving or whatever, he wasn't here. So that's
and that
why.
was before the pandemic.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, that was before the pandemic. But I mean, amazing that we had auditions for being in porn, because I've told this before in my seminars, and people said, "You got to audition to be in porn?" I go, "No, it's not like America's Got Talent." And go, "Well, what are you going to do?" "Well, I'm going to suck a dick from across the room." Well, wow. We've got you. When you're doing adult films now, you've got to be able to be a good actor. Mm-hmm. You have to be a good performer. You have to be a professional person. You have to know about production and editing and stuff like that if you're doing your own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, to perform for a company, you've got to be able to act, and you've got to have some improv skills. Now, I know you,
Yes.
Kitten, have some good improv skills.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you've got a good sense of humor. But let me ask you this, Kenzie. Comedy or drama? What do you prefer?
Well, I mean, they're both so different. So to me, it's like I can't choose one or the other, because comedy, I already know I'm a shoo-in for it, because comedy, as you know, it's all about timing. And I'm I have impeccable timing. Like I know that.
And you're so humble about it too.
I know that. You know what I mean? Like that's.
See, now that's timing.
That's one of the things that made Captain Marvel such a success, is my comedic timing.
And redid that role in 3 other movies or 2 other movies.
Yeah, I think it was 3 other. Yeah, 3 movies. But and then drama. I mean, I love to be challenged, and to me, being in a drama is very challenging, because I like to do method acting, and like you really dig deep. Mm-hmm. So I
Have you
I
seen
like the
new
character
Bob
development.
Marley movie, The One Love? Oh,
No.
the acting in that stuff is fantastic. Some people didn't like it. I thought the movie was incredible. The gal that played the wife, the guy that played Bob Marley, incredible. Killers of the Flower Moon, excellent acting all the way across. Should have gotten these Academy Awards. And
I'm surprised they didn't have his son play him because they look so much alike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ziggy?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a good movie. But, I mean, there is some good acting in the stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
You know, and there's some other stuff that's like, what were they thinking?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, some of it you're like, what am I watching?
But now, do you have people who have come up in the public? Of course, they recognize you, Kenzie Taylor. Mm-hmm. But have you had the people come up and acknowledge your acting and say, God, your acting performance was so incredible, instead of saying, boy, the way you rode that, you know what, was incredible?
Well, they don't say, you know, like, oh, your acting is so incredible, but I have had a lot of people tell me how much they love me portraying Carol Danvers and Captain Marvel, and how I did such a better job than Brie Larson.
Oh, God.
I've had
That's
people
on forums everywhere.
I've had people tag me in tweets that Brie Larson's in, so I know that she knows. She has to know who I am, and she had to have seen like our box cover because it's so much better than the regular one.
Oh, God, yeah. Bring,
So-
bring, bring. Oh, and that's her right now.
Yeah.
Bree, how are you? I'm working at Starbucks right now as a barista, you fucker.
But I've had a lot of people say that, and I mean, it's awesome. It means the world that people actually pay attention to more than just
What's
the sex.
next? Do you want to do mainstream, first of all?
I mean, I would love to. I would love to do horror stuff, but
Well,
everyone always says to me, everyone always says to me,
We're going to
though,
do scissors, too.
everyone always says to me, though, that horror movies don't, there's not like longevity in acting in them because there's only so
Well,
many
you get
years.
killed. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but also too is the pay is different than the bigger, like larger films that you can franchise and
Those
stuff.
movies make a lot of money. That's why I make mainstream horror movies a lot.
Yeah.
I personally won't watch them when I'm, sitting around the house here, but they make money because the general public loves horror movies. They love to get scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
A guy and a girl going on a first date, they want that girl to go, oh,
Yeah.
protect me.
I just love horror movies.
Yeah.
That's just my favorite. You know, that's what I've always been into.
And there's people that have made long careers on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Jesus, look at Robert Englund. He's been
There's
doing those for years.
so many people.
Yeah. Then the Scream Queen. I wanted to see if you guys agree with me on this. Could you not see Kenzie Taylor being the next big Scream Queen? Yeah. You know that term, right? That's the females in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? Okay, my crew said we want to hear you scream, so let's do a scenario here really quick.
I can't. You're
The
like,
monster.
I don't want to hurt somebody. I have the mic right here.
Okay, we'll move the mic
Yeah,
down
yeah.
your bosom there, so we won't
Okay.
peek out. Okay, ready?
Like, what kind of scream, though? There's so many different screams. Blood
Oh,
curdling.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Is she a method actress or what?
No, I'm serious. There's like blood curdling screams. There's like screams like somebody.
Whatever
kills you,
naturally,
you just got in a
organically
car
comes up.
accident scream,
Okay, so the creature comes out. That was great.
You're welcome.
What,
See, I
the neighbors are, what's going on over there? Are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
shooting more porn?
Yeah, but there's so many different screams you could do. But
Very good.
yeah.
Okay, guys, what do you think? Let's write into some of these people here. Let's write into
I moved the
some of
mic
these
down
horror
that way I
directors.
wasn't screaming in your
Yeah.
guys' ears.
That was very good. And you just act on command. I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you like that as a director with your actors and performers? Do you push for them to give the best performance all the time? Or do you just sit in the director's chair behind the monitor and go, action?
No, I'm very hands-on, and I really try to... I always want the people that are on my set to think of us as a team, not as like they're working for me. I always want them to think of us as a team.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. That's good.
Yeah, so, and I'll always... I'm never going to tell them like something that I haven't myself done, and I'll only ever share from my own experience. But I'll always give, maybe suggestions if they ask, or I'll be like, hey, maybe try it like this. And I'm not going to do like 15 different takes of something, but I will do 4 or 5 different takes until I get the perfect one. So.
Do you know that I have an animated line that I do with Greg Charles?
No.
It's called The Twisted Tales. It's on Duke's Hardcore Honeys. And we have adult stars that come in and do the voices for our animated thing. Like we just did Twisted, based on Rapunzel. That's Alex Cole, Christy Canyon, and myself.
Nice.
And she lets down the hair, and the prince crawls to the top, and he gets up there and he goes, "What the fuck?" And then we look and we see it's her pubes.
That's funny.
Hansel and Gretel, they go to the house. It's not covered in gingerbread. It's covered in sex toys. And the witch is a hot MILF.
Oh, wow.
And they kill her by throwing her in her tanning bed.
That's funny. I'm just imagining a little cottage covered in dildos.
Yeah. But we have all of these great things that we're doing. So I'm asking you right now on the air,
Yeah.
come in and star in one of these.
Oh, that'd be awesome, yeah.
And
Voice animation stuff is probably so much fun.
The studio's in the other room.
Yeah, it's probably so
Yeah.
much fun, for sure.
Marika Hasse just did Succubus, and our very own Edric here was one of the male talents in that. And she had to stay young. She has to fuck. And then she sucks their essence out. So we'll come up with a really cool horror thing for you to do.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't
definitely.
that be great?
I'd love that.
So
yeah.
why don't you think of some ideas and then get back to me after we get back from Chicago.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there, and then we'll cast it, and people come in and do the voices and
Yeah,
stuff.
sounds good. That sounds fun.
All right. Now, before we go, let's talk about Chicago. That's literally, oh my God, somebody took my watch. And it's on the wrong hand. Yeah. It's in 3 days.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Is it 3 days?
Yeah.
No.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then Wednesday we head out. Or, okay, 4 days if you want to be
1,
anal.
2, 3. No, it's 5 because we leave Thursday.
Okay.
So 5 days. I'm like 3 days. James, don't do that to me.
Okay.
I'm not packed yet.
Just in case you pull a Misty and you're running late.
Oh, yeah.
Love you. Okay. You are signing at
Loyal
the Loyal
Fans.
Fans.
Yes.
That's the Spotlight booth.
Correct, yes.
And what a weekend it's going to be, because not only do we have Tara Patrick flying in from Europe again.
Love
We've
her.
got Lisa Ann. We've got Stormy Daniels coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Jenna Jameson, who's going to be there on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, really? What
Wow.
booth is she going to be at?
She's going to be at an autograph signing booth.
That's awesome.
And I've
I've
got all
wanted to
the
meet her in
stars
person.
that are be at my booth. All the stars are going to be at your booth.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to be there. Jennifer Gardner's dry cleaner. I mean, everybody's
I'm
gonna be
also hosting the official after party on Saturday. So.
there. Oh.
Yeah.
Now tell
So
people
you better
about
come party
that.
with me.
Okay.
Huh? You better come party with me.
Yeah, but we don't drink anymore.
No, but we still party. We can dance.
So we'll sit
love
there.
dancing.
We'll have some liquid death and
Yeah,
go, ooh,
that's-
I'm so hip.
See, a lot of people are always like, "Oh, you're sober." I'm like, yeah, it's great. I love it. I don't have
You know what? We
hangovers,
still
and
party.
I remember everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still party. I mean, AVN. Seth and I were out every night until like 4 or 5 a.m. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Sober.
And we were sitting there remembering, and then we get time for us to cast.
Yeah.
We sit there and go, God, remember what a fucking asshole you were at that party? You're not cast. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hosting the official after party for Exotica on Saturday, the 13th of April.
Will that be there?
At the hotel, yeah, the Host
okay.
Hotel.
Okay.
Which is right across from the convention center.
Donald D. Stevens Convention Center.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
And rain or shine, snow or sleet, it'll be going on.
Yep.
The fans
And
are
you
there.
can get your tickets now at exoticaexpo.com. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, are you doing anything special for that?
For Exotica, I mean,
something special that you have out in your booth, because I always come by your table. You have a lovely array of pictures
Yeah.
and movies and stuff. Your product obviously will be there.
yeah, my product. I have some of my strokers. I'll have photos. I do Polaroids, and
Do you sell
obviously
your underwear?
picture with me. I did before. I'm not doing it at this one, but I did before. And it was, I'm more along the lines of I want to take stuff that I know that I've sold before.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather take stuff I know people want rather than trial and error with something.
Instead of being like me that packs 5 suitcases.
I think you have 8 suitcases, okay, mister?
Remember that
I seen him
with
getting
Payaso and you laughing at me and they go, Bartholet, what is this?
So,
and I've got
me
a
and
cart.
my security were at the fucking hotel. We're getting out of our Uber, and James is getting a cart for his luggage. He literally had like 8 suitcases. And my security was like, are those all yours? And he goes, yep. You would have thought that you were with a family.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's what people look at. And I'm coming in there looking like a cross between James Bond and Elton John, and I'm like, the thing is like stacked high. And what are you coming in? Like 2 suitcases?
I have like 2 or 3.
But you got fabulous outfits all the time.
I think my favorite thing that I'm probably going to be bringing, other than my strokers, will be I have canvas print posters. So they're posters that are literally canvas print. You can frame them, but you don't need to. Like the canvas print is so
Is
well
it a picture
done.
of you nude or with clothes on?
They're nude, but one of them is like implied, so you can't see my vagina. You can see my boobs, and it's like it's in a rain room, so it's a wet photo shoot.
Sexy.
Yeah. So, and there's different sizes too.
I have a fan that wanted to know: are you feature dancing?
At Exotica, no.
Or at any time this year?
Oh, yes. I just got back from Denver. I will be, where's my next one?
Wow.
I usually go every month. I don't have anything this month, but next month I will be in...
Get it out there. Somewhere. In the United
remember.
States.
Yeah.
But it's posted on your social media.
I always post everything on Twitter and Instagram at the Kenzie Taylor, and then you can also go to KenzieTaylorFans.com for everything. That's the links to my store, my ManyVids, my OnlyFans, my Stroker.
It's all on there.
My podcast, all of that jazz. Yeah.
You have your own podcast.
I do. It's called The Sauce with Kenzie Taylor. There's 50 episodes out. That's season 1. Season 2 I'm going to be starting soon. It's on YouTube and all streaming platforms.
Very good.
Yeah.
Before we go, there was one fan that wrote in a question for you, and I promised her I'd ask you this. Her name is Abigail, and she said that she's a content creator. And she says, I do cosplay. I notice that you do a lot of cosplay stuff. How difficult is it to get out of those tight-fitting superhero costumes and get to fucking?
Well, Abigail, when I did Captain Marvel, it took 3 of us to get myself in and out of my costumes. I had 2.
So you obviously have to cut.
Well, I had 4. Yeah. So I had 4 costumes. I had 2 that were for dialogue, which was completely covered, and then I had 2 for sex, which was where the boobs were out and the pussy ass, all that was out. But other costumes that I've worn for other cosplay type things that I've done, it's always very time consuming.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tell her.
Yeah, it's very time consuming. What I would definitely say is already have everything on before you start rolling, and you're going to want to have something that's very easy. Like if you can somehow have like maybe a zipper that just unzips, or maybe there's just like a flap or something that you can unbutton.
Can a zipper be dangerous though?
Not if it's done the right way. I mean, you definitely don't do it yourself. Go to like a professional seamstress. But there's
because I could see pubes getting stuck in the zipper.
Yeah,
or folds or something getting stuck in there.
It depends.
I went to the hospital for this sex emergency. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Go to a professional seamstress. But there's definitely ways though that you can get costumes that look really good and aren't ridiculously expensive and are easy to adjust to make it work for you. So definitely just really look into things before you purchase them, though, for sure.
Very good point. That's a very good point. Kenzie Taylor, you have the floor. Please, anything you want to tell your fans out there?
I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me for the last 8 years, and I look forward to 8 and many more. be sure to check out everything that I have coming out soon. And thank you for all your support.
And her wonderful product.
Yeah, go to feelsbykenzie.com, FEELZ by Kenzie.com. Go to the Sauce Podcast on YouTube and all streaming platforms, KenzieTaylorFans.com. You'll find all my links. And then follow me on social media at the Kenzie Taylor on Twitter and Instagram.
Very good.
And thank you for everyone that called in. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody that supports James and all of his endeavors.
Well, thank you, honey.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to have a fun time in Chicago in a couple days.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank all of you for watching. Till next time, I'm James Bartholet.
I'm Kenzie Taylor.
Good night and good sex.